Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Hope all of you are doing well. Today, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin and maybe just Bitcoin alone because this is the point of concern for the entire market. We still have few hours for Bitcoin to reclaim $107,000, but what if it doesn't? Because the thing is that yesterday the weekly candle got closed and it closed below 107,000. Although we did close above $98,000 and above $103,000, but if you see this, it is looking more like a retest toward the downside to me than anything else. So let's go and take a look at that in a much cleaner chart. Um, it's not as clean as it should be, but this is the thing that I just gave you guys earlier. I think it was yesterday that we might see Bitcoin doing this. So we are at that point, and there is no breakout toward the upside to reclaim the level that we just recently lost. And if we reclaim 107,000 to 112,000, which is this entire box, then we are in a good shape. Otherwise, anytime we come to this point, it can fail and we can go back lower in the price. Does that mean we are going to see a bear market? Well, that's what my concern is, that so far we have reached the 4 year cycle in Bitcoin. And after every 4 year, we see a dump in the market. And if you guys remember, since so many months, maybe since 6 months or more than that, that I have this analysis and it is still intact, that the price that I was seeking, $69,000, it wasn't fully tested and we actually rallied from there. But the thing is, now after some time, after at least more than 6 months, this is the point of break. Now, if you see this entire trend line, it doesn't lie to yourself. It says everything that it needs to say. Yes, I know. I did talk about bear market and bull market, both of them. But if you have been seeing my videos recently, I'm only talking mostly about the bear market. But why are we trading? It's because we want to make money, no matter what the case is going to be. So if the market is going to go up, we will be already making enough money and we will reposition ourselves. If not, then we will still be prepared and already out of the market like we did today at $106,200, right at the touch of this line. And this is what I expect. Even if Bitcoin comes at around 92, 95,000, we will still have to reclaim 107,000. If not, then it will fail again, and not again and again you will come and see a level that holds, because the moment you break a trend line, it becomes like it becomes bearish because the amount of sell pressure increases. So if you see people in Twitter, on YouTube, everywhere else, right at the time that market goes up and they tell you about the alt season has officially started, please do not believe them. They have been saying this for the last 4 years, since the last alt season, which was a true alt season. But I have already discussed this, that why we might not see the same alt season this year, because there's going to be a lot of money required than it used to be. And even if the market goes up, only the listed coins and all the exchanges plus good utility coins, they will perform. So that's how we have positioned ourselves, and we are not into too many crypto scams, because most of this market is a scam, and you need to understand that it is a new market. like the internet in early days, everybody will come with a website or with a coin or something and try to take your money, because all of them are desperate and most of them don't believe in Allah. And what you will see, that in the end you are the person that have lost money. You are being used as their exit liquidity. That's what our mission is, to change our perspective entirely. The good thing that is there, that it is in every market, is learning supply and demand. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, if you want to expand your understanding and your perspective in the market, read these two books. Like, read the actual books. One is The Disciplined Trader, and the other one is Trade in the Zone. These two books will teach you lots of things, especially The Disciplined Trader, because it goes deep into so many things, even in the mind of how everything works. Then, when you come and see the chart, you will see it from another perspective entirely. You don't get intimidated by the quick pumps in the market. You don't get attached to your money. You would want to work more to make more money, to actually have more liquidity, to be able to actually change the direction of market to your favor. Did you hear me? Change the direction of market in your favor if you have enough money and liquidity. That is possible only if you change your perspective. When the market dumps and you have enough liquidity, you are the person that can buy. Even if your early funds are stuck, you can still do that. But if you're fully in, and if you don't have enough money, and if you come with some money, then you will obviously get demolished in this market, because you are against whales. You're against people with so much money that you cannot fathom how much money they have. But you're still trying, and you're still here, and you still want to make money, which is possible. I'm not saying with less amount of money you cannot be successful here. You can be, but if you really, really work hard and put your time and effort, that's why I keep saying to you that have the majority of your money, go 100% Bitcoin, you know? What is there that is stopping you? If you cannot be a trader, if you cannot take hold of all the different coins, stick with one. Use the dollar cost averaging strategy that I have shown you. Everybody knows that. You can even ask ChatGPT and it will tell you what it is. Stop trading. Seriously. But then trading comes, then the risk comes, then you want to make more money. Those are the things that you need to be aware of. Now, this is still my view on Bitcoin. Unless we reclaim these levels, I cannot tell you uh, if you. What should I say? You want me to give you false hopes that the market will do something out of nowhere? We're still looking at this zone. Yes, we did take a lot of trades, and Alhamdulillah, they all went in profit. But this doesn't mean that you should trust this and go all in or buy a lot of money here. That's why I keep making these videos for you guys, because I cannot unfortunately explain it to you in one or two texts. I cannot explain how to get in the market, how to get out of the market, because it can't be explained like that. I need to tell you and I need to show you how things are. Well, I see both cases. I still see the bull case that there could be, but more than that, I see the bear case, because as I said, it's a new technology. If you have a bearish mindset, then you see the places that it can come down from. Have the bearish mindset when the market is at the top and have already moved. Think about it yourself. Bitcoin went up from 115,500 something to 121,000. How many times it went up? At least 8 times, right? So what does that tell you? Bitcoin is already 8x up. We can see that $69,000 as a possibility and be prepared for it and think about how we can buy that dip if it goes, or get stuck with the money that we have right now and be broke by the time it reaches. I'm telling you from personal experience, because at this point, let me go to higher time frame. When I doubted my own analysis in 2021 and I didn't take money out of it, it fell so quickly that I couldn't exit my profit. And this is what you see in Bitcoin, but everything else I had went to, like, it lost a lot of its gains. Okay. And when it happens, it doesn't give you a sign, it doesn't tell you, like, please get out of the market, we're going to crash, this is your last chance. Even if the market was supposed to say such thing, you would still not get out, because I know how human instinct work. Okay, I'm not judging anyone, but the majority of people, they're greedy. When they see money, they would want it just a few more percent to the upside, and I will get out. That's what I thought in Dogecoin. We were waiting for $1 and it didn't go above 73, which that was my conviction. I knew this scenario to sell the news. Elon Musk was going to talk about Dogecoin, and it was SNL, and Doge was already up from 3 cents to 73 cents. How much you think I was making? So you understand me. I don't know if you do, but like, if you feel what I have been through, you would want to take profit when I tell you to take. And please don't worry, this market is always gonna be there because of two reasons. One is the good people, okay? The good people, they wanna have something that is working, beneficial for all the mankind, gives you the freedom. This is the, uh, what is it? The thing about crypto, that it gives you freedom, right? It's one of its features. Wherever you are, you have your wallet, you have your money, it's in a network, you can access it, you can sell it. But at the same time, the ease of use of sending money overseas to your loved ones or donating and all these good things that comes with crypto. Those are the actual use cases. Okay? Fast transaction and limited supply. Your money keeps going up in Bitcoin. I mean, not in all crypto, okay? Then you have the second thing, which is the bad thing about crypto, is that, like every other industry in the world, crypto is also being manipulated with the people that they are actually haunting you and they're after your money. There are more scams than actual good things happening inside it, as well as the people that are shorting it and the ones that they don't want you to have this freedom, governments. That's why you haven't seen mass adoption. Bitcoin is really, really a good thing. There might be more currencies, maybe in the future, as good as Bitcoin. We still don't know. But that's my point. My point is that we need to be aware of all the scenarios Okay, that anything could happen in this market, like every other thing, every other business. But if you don't take a risk, if you don't surrender it to Allah, and if you don't seek knowledge and you don't actually learn, you will not see it. And this will happen to you, and the market will go. And by the time you reach the bottom, you don't have money left. All this time, you have been through so many emotions that you are already exhausted, you're out of money, and you're like, crypto is a scam. That's the time that it starts actually going up. So you see the amount of buying that happened here, and then later on, and then later on. Now we are here. Let me go back to the other chart. Before going there, let me show you my other Dixie chart. So I have two. The one I showed you yesterday, which is a longer view of US dollar, that I think it will go down. It's a Ponzi scheme. Everybody knows. I don't know if you know. But if you do, and if you're against this currency, then. And it's also, look at how everything works. This is actually for the benefit of us, if this gets destroyed. Because it is a currency that have diluted every other sector. It has corrupted so many people that has nothing ever did before. Every corrupt politician in Afghanistan knew US dollar. Every good people in Afghanistan knew US dollar. They would only talk if you show them dollar. Okay? And every single politician in the world knows this currency. But the point is not knowing. It's good to have the knowledge of what something is. But at the same time, if you see from another perspective, it is an interest based currency. And still, they cannot maintain it because they have partied so much, the makers of this currency. And it costed who? The citizens of United States. Who did it corrupt the most? Their own citizens, as well as in the world. But at the same time, it has corrupted a lot of Muslims, like very good Muslims. I remember even my relatives in Afghanistan that they put their money in a bank, and it was giving them money, which was interest, with a teapot as a gift, that they opened a savings account. And she wasn't able to touch that money for a certain period of time, right? So, Bitcoin is against it. Even if it's invented by an evil person, it cannot be controlled by anyone. Even if the evil takes over it, it is still better than what US dollar is at the moment. I cannot tell you more than this. So, if they can keep printing this, we can be sure that even if Bitcoin is going to go down, it will recover, because there are mass selling happening on chain at the moment. I don't know if it's FUD. I don't know how true that is. I didn't actually get the chance to go and check those wallets myself. That are people really selling thousands of bitcoins, that like the old uh, wallets of the era of Satoshi, like at the early times of Bitcoin, those wallets are selling Bitcoin, which could still be another cartel attack on crypto, which is fine. If they're selling, it means they're trying to manipulate. But you, as an intelligent person, If that happens and if you get a greater dip in Bitcoin, what are you supposed to do? I will buy the dip and I will withdraw it and I will put it on my personal wallet until the quantum computer comes and tries to destroy everything, if that is going to happen. That's more of a FUD as well, that is circling around a lot. So you need to differentiate between the good and evil that has corrupted everything. And again, in the end, Allah knows best about all the affairs, about everything. He knows because He has created everything. That's simple as that. He has control over all things. He is the light of the universe. Subhanallah. Now, what should we do next? Let's take a look at this chart again. My other favorite chart, Bitcoin dominance. This was supposed to happen, but because Bitcoin touched 107,000, I stopped believing this. A good friend of ours, Aban, mentioned that it hit the level of support. He was right. But that's not the reason why we had to take profit. The reason was this: I set this price when it was falling here. So I gave you this price as the last price, that if it cannot be reclaimed, you will see lower levels. Now, maybe it will try to do something like this. Maybe. This is one of these scenarios, okay? This is a greater scenario. We will still have to see what it can happen at 98. Then lower than that, we have until like the last liquidity wick, which includes all these lines of support and resistance, plus this rally base rally, which is the structure of supply and demand. So this 92,000, I believe, should be the last resistance that it holds, because below that you can see the gap. It's 72, 75, but it's just what it looks like in this chart. But I give you the actual one in the other list that I have, which shows us $69,000, which it can happen. Now, for me to get back to Bitcoin, I will happily let it come back before trading it anywhere here. I would let this have the breakout if it's going to do. Then we can start accumulating again on a higher low. But more than that, don't worry at all if you lose some percentages in the market. It will again give you a chance. We will have Solana, we will have Ethereum. We will buy completely something else if nothing is left. Even if nothing is left, we will not buy anything. Let it go. That's for the best. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's lesson and today's analysis. It's not really about what the altcoins are going to do. It's all dependent on what Bitcoin is going to do. And that's what we need to keep our eyes on and be aware of it. Okay, questions. Who's left? By the time I'm finished, you guys are all left. Okay, 5 people are there. Why can't I see you guys? Okay, 2 of them are myself. questions, charts, analysis. Adibullah, welcome, brother, to Halal Portfolio. You joined today. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How how long have you been trading?
Less than 2 months.
2 months. Did you get any idea of what I said here?
Actually, my network was breaking, but I understood the main point that Bitcoin, if it does not go above 107, then
Yeah.
there's likelihood of still dropping. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, brother. That is true. That is true, bro. Okay. So if there aren't many questions, I would like to close today's meeting. Inshallah, I will see you guys in the next one. If you guys haven't joined our community, we are building a Muslim community of crypto traders and investors. Join from the link below. The community discussions are for free. There's a complete module that will teach you trading and investing inside cryptocurrencies. That is also for free. The link is also below. But if you joined what we're doing, join by tonight, like until 4 hours, because the discounted prices are there and we are going for an upgrade and the prices will increase. So, see you guys inshallah next time. Have a good time. Bye bye.